with that resume that Joe just read off, I think I deserve a statue rather than just alongside of John Edwards down there, across from Hawaii. But in my modesty, I'll accept this and say, Joe, village board members, it is an honor, believe me, and I'm very much gratified. Gretchen showed me some comments on her Facebook. I don't have a Facebook, I don't have a computer. But she showed me some comments that people had made, and I was amazed at my own fame, accomplishments. But it is an honor, and I thank you very, very much. And running on, there are some other people in this community that are just as deserving. Diane, you're standing. Come on up, you're a member of this, aren't you?
That's okay.
Oh. There are some other people in this community, and I can think of only one person that I'd like to acknowledge, because I worked with her in couple of respects, but a lady, how many remember Hannah Johnson? Hannah lived in Buehler, she's gone now. Hannah was, when you went down to vote, she's at that table registering the voters. For years, as long as I can remember, there was Hannah Johnson. I used to go in and pull the curtain behind me, to vote when we were behind a curtain. And I'd look at it and I'd shout, I don't see Mrs. Johnson's name on here. And she'd say, oh, Marshall, you said that same thing last year. Hannah was not only on the village election board. Hannah, in her senior years, would be down on her hands and knees out here in the flower garden, tending the flowers. Hannah was a Cub Scout leader in the village. I worked with her on that. Hannah was very influential in the Methodist Church over here. She was also president of what was known as the Port Edward School Band Mothers, a group of ladies, ladies who raised funds to buy instruments and so forth for the school band. So I wish there were enough rooms like this that we could dedicate this to her, or one of these to her also. I don't want to give this one to her, but then there was Roland Aubie, good friend of mine, very close friend. Scoutmaster together, worked together, lived only half a block apart. And Roland's the one that got me the job as trustee here. He came, as I say, we were working in the lab. He was on the village board, and he came to me, he said, there's gonna be a vacancy. I think it was Bill Murray was on the village board. Bill's not gonna run for village trustee. Why don't you get your papers in and you run for village trustee? I did, and lo and behold, I was elected trustee, and as Joe said, served on it for 32 years. On the other hand, I got Roland his job as president. Tammany Hall here, remember Tammany Hall down there? Tammany Hall down north. Anyway, I got Roland Aubie his job as village president, I think. And that's a humorous little story that Joe alluded to a little earlier. Roland and I are both on the village board at this time. Carl Gelchard was village president. And Jerry Veneman, Leslie's father, was president of Nakusa Papers. His office was right across the hall from mine. He called me in one day and a little conversation, probably business matters, but then he said, you think Roland Aubie would make a good village president? I said, yeah, he takes Carl's place whenever Carl can't make it. Why don't you ask him if he could take the job permanently? So I head down to the laboratory and I asked Roland Aubie, begin a little conversation. I said, Raleigh, if something happened to Carl, would you be willing to take over as village president on a permanent basis? Yeah, I'd handle that. I could do that, fine. Okay. Back up to Jerry's office. Roland said he'd take the job on a permanent basis, not realizing yet what was coming. I said, yeah, Roland would take the job. Jerry said, good. Now go down and tell Carl Gelchard it's time for him to retire. I thought, God, Jerry, do your own damn dirty work. True story, Leslie. So I head down to Carl's office, which is down the hall, and a little conversation. I said, Carl, Jerry thinks it's about time you retire from the village board. And he took it very well, because I think the same conversation had taken place. He retired from county board, and so anyway, I went back to Jerry's office. Yeah, Carl's gonna retire and resign at the next board meeting. Okay, now how do we get Rollin in there as president? I said, well, someone on the village board has to make a motion, the village board would vote on it to have Roland fill the vacancy until the next election. Okay, can you do that? Yes, I can. So I guess at the next board meeting, Carl resigned, and I made a motion. Probably there was a meeting in between, but that Roland filled the vacancy. So that's how Roland got in. Roland got me in, and I got him in. I'm not going to describe the pictures, but take time to read the captions on them. I think they're interesting. They're all portraying parts of Port Everett's past. As I say, with that claim to fame and all the things I said, yes, I did type that list up for Joe, but I just want to say once more, thank you very, very much. And thank you for the snacks that are back there. And as Joe also mentioned, it was easy to get these jobs, whether it was village board, school board and village board. My name was on the ballot, both places on the same ballot. I didn't get the same number of votes on each one though. I'm looking for those that didn't think I was qualified. I got more for village board than I did for school board. However, I got both positions because there was no competition. Village board, school board, historical society, Port Business Council, never had any competition. So it was a shoo-in. I guess I was doing a good job. And with those comments, rather than break my wrist patting myself in the back, I'm gonna sit down with just one more thank you. It's an honor, really, truly. Thank you.
I would like to introduce